So, welcome everyone to another episode on Thoughts on Education conducted by Collegedunia.com. So, today we have our special guest, Dr. Bhavani HOD and Associate Professor of the Department of Commerce in SBRR, Mahajana First Grade College, Mysore. So, Dr. Bhavani has 15 years of experience in the education sector, as well as she is the current HOD of Commerce Department in SBR Mahajana First Grade College. So, welcome, ma'am. Welcome to this show.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So,
it's my pleasure to be part of this interview session.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, coming to the first question, ma'am. So, being the HOD of MCOM department, so what are your roles and responsibilities towards the student?
Okay, thank you. So, being the head of the department, is the primary role is to provide strong academic leadership. So the head of the department is required to lead, manage, and develop the department to ensure that it achieves the possible standards of excellence in all its activities. So our department has adopted a choice-based credit system in the year 2010. And the uniqueness of a CBCS system is it is student-centric, where students have flexibility in choosing the subjects they want to study in a semester. So we need to offer the courses which will fetch the job for the future or helpful in taking up entrepreneurship as their career when it comes. So as a HOD, I have to see that I'm giving the good, excellent course curriculum for the students first. Then when it comes to the second, the most important responsibility is to maintain and develop the academic performance of the department and coordinating students' activities and creating a dynamic environment for research among the students. Then the next comes a very important responsibility we all will have on our shoulder is constant engagement of department and industry interaction, which is very much needed for the students to update on current trends. Mm-hmm. And the other responsibilities which we will be having is focus on academic excellence towards students' achievements, where enhancing the knowledge level of students to be competitive and prepare them for the future and the world of the work. Mm-hmm. And creating a research mindset and critical thinking process in their minds and rationality as an approach towards scientific inquiry. So these are some of the responsibilities as an HOD I need to concentrate being a HOD of them from the department.
Okay. So, sir, ma'am, so how do you tend to establish healthy relations with the students and the fellow faculty, ma'am?
Very good. So first we look into the students, what I follow it in our department. The first one is the open door policy, which I follow. Anytime students can approach me for their guidance and then grievances or the problems, challenges, what they face. Even off the campus also, they can contact me through the WhatsApp or the email. I'm available to them. And then the second one is providing inspirational leadership and promoting classroom discussions, thereby making them feel more comfortable in interaction with the group and also with me to express what their viewpoint are there. And the third one is those in need of personal guidance are always welcome with me, and my students are extremely happy with that. Many of them are coming and discussing with me their their career or the personal aspect, whatever they need. And expressing an authentic, genuine, and compassionate attitude towards them and their issues are very helpful for me to maintain the healthy relationship. and guiding in their future goals. We have the mentorship, and then I go and personally talk to them, and then ask them what is their future goals, their personal goals, and the career goals, in what field they want to. Because if you look into commerce, it is multidisciplinary. Like they can go to accounting field, they can go to finance field, they can take up entrepreneurship. So to understand their interest is very important. So these things will make me to maintain the healthy relations, and from the day one they enter into the campus for the inquiry of the NCOM department, it starts from. And as well as it comes to the faculty, I regularly conduct the faculty meeting in order to know and understand their issues and the challenges because we are in the post-graduation sector. So postgraduate faculty's main aim is to involve in the research. So all faculty members are very much, and they have the projects, they are all doing their PhDs, and they are publishing paper, and they are going and presenting it international conferences and national conferences. So I'm encouraging them to go and publish, and we are also getting the equal, appreciation and the accommodation from the management and from the institution also. That is also helpful for me. Mm-hmm. And the third one is I'm approachable to discuss any issues relating to the personal matters. Like I'm playing as a mentor, and then a guide, and then very friendly with the faculties. And if we go and talk to them every day and wishing them, greeting them every day, will make them more comfortable to maintain the healthy relationship in the department. So that makes for me to maintain the healthy relationship in the department.
Okay, ma'am. So, ma'am, so what are the best practices offered by the department to the student, which help them gain necessary skills, ma'am?
You're talking about best practices.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
In our department, the very best practice, the first one is the student mentoring. Okay, so we do follow the student mentoring practice. Like each faculty in the department is responsible for mentoring the assigned number of students, and students will approach the faculty for any guidance on curriculum or any matter relating to their personal, and their academic performance will be observed, and if there is any deviations, will be knowing what are the reasons they have in the deviations. If they are performing well, we give the appreciation also in the classroom and asking them personally, and then we will be appreciating them and how best they can do in the future in the coming academic performance. Also, we will be giving them the the guidance regarding that. So that is student mentoring, one best practice we have. Then the second one is research guide. So in our department, being the post-graduation department, we give more emphasis on the research. So every student from the first semester onwards, they will be working on the research paper to be published in the leading journals or to present it in the conferences. And then already all of our students have during the pandemic, what we have done is we have given them the online platform from accessing to the data. And then we have the online journals which are subscribed by our institution. And with the help of that, students were able to publish their articles and presenting the papers in the international conferences, which has happened last month and the previous months. And we do encourage that because this is the time we have to use it for this research work if we are not able to go out. So research guide, every faculty will be assigned with for mentoring the students on the research. And then every student, when they are going to complete their MCOM degree, they have to publish at least one minimum research article in the leading journals. So that is our aim. So we are working towards that. That is the second best practice we were having. Okay. And the third best practice, yes. The third best practice is the student committee. So we have several committees where the students will be heading this committee, and they will be deciding about the activities which has to be conducted in the student committee. Say an example, like we have the committee for the sports. So that committee student, like one coordinator will be there, and it will be mentored by the faculty, and then they will give the guidance how to go about it, but the leadership will be taken by the students themselves, and then they will decide like what are the sports activities they can plan for that year. So whether it could be the indoor games or the outdoor games, it could be interdepartmental or intra-department also, sometimes it is possible. So, and then the next is like department, the next best practice, if I want to put it across, our department every semester conducts a campus to corporate program. The first, when they come and join in the first semester itself, like these students will be going through the training program on aptitude, communication, soft skills, and the leaderships. And it is very much needed for nowadays for the students to face the challenging world of tomorrow. And then students will be involved in sports and events and also in social activities. So to bring out their the skills, and then to test themselves how best they are. Okay, so these are some of the activities. Our students will be involving not only in the their curriculum, even for the social activities also they will be involving. They're creating awareness about the traffic rules. Like they will take up one assignment every day, like by 9 o'clock to 10:30, they will be on the KRS main road to give the awareness. If they are not wearing the helmet, they will give the awareness of all those things. So students will be involving in these things. So these are the best practices I could put it across in this.
Great, ma'am. So as you have focused on the research and everything, so what are your views upon the placement and higher education about the student from your department?
For the placement in the higher education. Okay. So in our institute, we have a separate placement cell and a separate placement officer, and each department faculty will be assisting this placement cell and the placement officer in providing the data, and then providing data related to the industry to this placement officer. Because this officer is for the entire campus, we will be having it. And then this placement officer will be taking care of the placement related activities. And we start the placement training program for our students in the first semester itself, and we make sure that each student will be getting this benefit. And then we have MOUs with the leading consultants who will also be assisting in giving the training and then the placement activities. And our big asset is our alumni. So who will be helpful in giving their personal contact and then personal references for our existing students to go and attend the interview to their wherever they will be working, and they will be assisting for the placement. Sometimes these alumni will come and give the talk on how they need to face the because when they were the students, they will not be bothered about how the outside world is. So once they go out after finishing their program, they come to know the reality where they are standing. So how they need to help, help themselves on whatever the benefits they are going to get it from the departmental activities, and how they need to face the challenges outside they are going to address our students. And as well as the another important aspect is our students are engaged or encouraged to take up entrepreneurship as their career with the help of various government schemes such as Startup India and then Startup Karnataka, and then main project, that is New Age Innovation Network project, where our institute is the only non-technical institute to get the project funding from Karnataka government.
Great.
So 11 projects from our institute was funded by Karnataka government, And out of this 11 project, like about 4 to 5 projects are already on the pipeline.
Okay.
And this Karnataka government through the NIM Center, they are going to funding for the whatever the ideas they have presented to the government to convert that ideas into prototype. They are going to fund about 3 lakhs rupees. So within 1 year, they have to show the result, like how their product is going to be. So our institute is the one which has got this funding for the projects. And this is how like we will also be like recently we have also enrolled for the Startup India program, where our students projects are going to fund by the central government.
Great.
And with regard to the higher education, when it comes, those who wants to pursue their career in IIS and KAS, we do provide the on-campus training program. And now, because of pandemic, many students are not turning up to the campus, so we started providing this training online.
Great.
And also, like we prepare the students towards the research, because once they complete their MCOM, they can go and take up MPhil and PhD programs.
Yeah.
So for that basic qualification needed is they should complete their NET or the KSET examination. So we do prepare the students to by giving the training program to successfully completion of these examinations. That is very much needed when they go and take up some assistant professor post. This is one of the eligibility they should have. So every year in the third semester as well as in the fourth semester, we will be conducting the the training program on KSET and the NET examination. And the resource will be mobilized internally as well as from the outside. Externally, we will be mobilizing the faculty resources.
Great, ma'am. So, ma'am, so what are the challenges you have you faced or are facing to uplift the quality of the education of your department?
Okay. So when it comes to challenge, like there's very number of challenges which I should face when I'm sitting in the hot seat. So the very important challenge, like continuously, which I am facing it as a HOD, if I want to put it across. So one is most of our students come from a rural background. You know that my city is a tier 2 city.
Yeah.
And then it is far away from metro cities. So most of our students are from rural background. So therefore their etiquettes and their communication skills are limited. So it requires to focus on improving their communication skills and etiquettes and make them equipped to face the corporate world. So over the 2 years, we have to do this work. So that is the biggest challenge we are having it. So day one, we have to start giving them the orientation, like after completion of MCOM, how they need to be. That is the biggest challenge which I have faced.
Okay.
And then the second very, crucial, maybe many times we go through is, searching for the PhD qualified faculty. Because being the post-graduation center, like we should have the PhD qualified. In commerce field, getting the PhD qualified is the biggest challenge we have. So, and then retain them is the another challenge which I am facing it. So that is the second challenge, that is getting the PhD qualified faculty and retaining them. And then the third challenge which I want to put it across is Mysore being the tier 2 city, bringing the experts from outside city is always a challenge for me. So if I want to bring them, either it will end up with a huge cost. Like if I want to go and bring somebody, like when I was doing online is elevated this particular, because I can call them online and I can give their lecture and the interaction for our students online. But previous years, when I look back, like getting expert to Mysore, either by air or by train, it was very difficult for me. If I want to arrange any workshop, bring them here, huge cost and I have to run for the sponsorship for that.
Exactly.
So these are some of the challenges which I am facing.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So yeah, those challenges, those are quite like very basic. Like definitely the tier two cities, the colleges in tier two cities, they'll be getting those challenges as you have mentioned. So yeah. So and how does the curriculum of your department ensures the best practice of the industry, ma'am?
Yeah, we match the industry requirements into our curriculum. So as we continuously interacting with the industry and bodies, Commerce College, and we have our own board of studies. And this board of studies consists of professionals, academicians, and industrialists. And yearly once we all will meet, and then we all will go for modifying and then updating the curriculum according to the industry, because commerce and management is according to industry need only we need to go. So with the help of these experts, we go for strengthening our curriculum, and then and in the curriculum we try to bring in the what do we call the values and ethics and gratitude, because it is all these qualities will be not placeable in the industry, or even if they placed also, if they don't follow these qualities, then they will be removed from the industry. And these are the challenges they need to face. So we try to give from the day one onwards, we try to give them like how they can sustain in the industry. And then with these values and the ethics and the gratitude, we need to, like, they're all post-graduation students. If you go and teach values, ethics, they will not listen. But we have to bring in that awareness.
Yes.
So we have to show them in practicing how we are. Like, say an example, in the classroom I go, and if they've achieved anything, like they got the first place in the sports in the university level, I ask them to stand up and then clap them and then appreciate them. So that gratitude, and everybody shows it to them, like it becomes more role model for them that they should also follow it when they go out of this class.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So these kind of what we call some of the best practices where the industries require, we try to bring in through the formal education what we are going to give.
Yeah, ma'am. So, ma'am, so one last question. So, what are the valuable advice you would like to give to the student for them to prosper and have a prosperous career ahead?
Okay. If I want to put it across in 3 words, it is the focus, hard work, and continuous learning. So these are the key words for the success of the student's world. So if they focus and if they focus on one particular area, if they're doing the hard work, and if they are the continuous learner, definitely they can go and achieve whatever they need to achieve.
Great.
So that is what the message I want to give to us.
Great. So thank you, ma'am, for being with us over here. So it has been quite an insight coming from your end, as well as I think the student who will be viewing this interview, they will get to know about the institute as well as the thoughts that you have for in the education sector. So mainly you told them to focus on 3 things, mainly focus, hard work, and continuous learning, right? So that will give the student who will be viewing this interview, and I believe they'll get positive insight from this interview itself. So thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, again for joining with us.
So thank you very much, Sagar, and it's a pleasure to me to talk to you and your institute, and I'm very happy.
Okay.
Thank you very much.